Hello, everybody, and welcome to the finale of the round of 64. We couldn't end it with a better matchup, with a more intriguing matchup than 9 seed Davidson versus 8 seed New Mexico. Two, I'd say, mid-major or group of 5 teams about to battle it out for a chance to upset Duke in the round of 32. I am your play-by-play commentator, Kamish Zelikov, but I am not alone. I am joined by my fellow color commentator, Woj, or as you can find him on Instagram, at lsl.woj. How are you doing, partner?
How about you? Ready to watch a phenomenal game?
Oh, definitely a phenomenal game as we have Davidson already getting it going. Killingsway, that's a short attempt there on the fadeaway. But I'm glad to have you here. We finally, oh, what a mean block. Everything is happening so quickly. And Davidson gets the ball right back. These teams will not let us have an opportunity to have much conversation, but let me ask, what are you most excited about when it comes to this game right here?
To see a good game between these two small, not really smaller schools, but like small conferences, if you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, exactly. It's the Atlantic.
Make a name for themselves.
Exactly. It's the Atlantic 10 versus the Mountain West, as we already have an and one opportunity for the true freshman, Clinton Bohannon. And he misses the free throw. Okay. So.
And I think the winner would definitely give Duke a run for their money.
No, for sure. And Duke is a solid team. And in fact, if you can at all recall, Duke was a 9 seed themselves in the tournament prior last season. And they went on to make the Final Four with upsets over number 1 seed Oklahoma State and then 5 seed Michigan. Then they beat Arizona State, fell to the eventual national champions Oklahoma in the Final Four. But we'll see if the tides turn this time around with the winner of this game. Two very solid teams as New Mexico has control. That's Nick Jackson up top, another true freshman, stellar freshman. Blevins with the 3, rims out, and the putback attempt has fallen short, but Keem Beam draws the foul.
Since we're talking about like smaller schools, how you feel about the round of 32 matchup we got of SIUE and Drake? Not Drake. Who they play?
Yeah, it is Drake.
I lost it. Oh, it is Drake? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think that would happen. I had both Villanova and Purdue going through just because both of those teams were very solid in the regular season. But when it came down to it, Villanova just had way too many turnovers, and Purdue just got boat raced by an SIUE team that plays fast. That's going to be a very interesting matchup. And it's just crazy to think that we're going to have either a 13 or a 12 seed make it to the Sweet 16. Exactly. Strong take right there by Clinton Bohannon, hopping through the paint to get that one off the glass and in. As we see here, New Mexico, they're the ones that play a little bit faster here. Mitty Gavin, Denardo Williams, the 6th-year senior. Yes, believe it, is a 6th-year senior. No more eligibility for him after this tournament. Well, here we go. There's Plate, the Athletic 10 Conference Player of the Year, feeding Clinton Bohannon. I did not know he had hops like that for a point guard. He has all 6 points for the Wildcats. Jackson. To Williams. Blevins. He's going to feed it to Mitty Gavin, the Michigan transfer. Hook shot short, but the putback roll is missed again. New Mexico is missing quality opportunities on these second chances.
They're going to have to fix those if they want a chance to win.
Exactly. Sinclair with the 3, and Davidson taking an early massive lead over the Lobos, and that's an early timeout as needed. New Mexico needs to get their act together. What an opening statement by Teeter's Wildcats, who, by the way, is leaving Davidson for Miami following the conclusion of the season. But let me ask you this. How do you think he'll do at Miami?
See, I think he'll do pretty good. ACC is kind of like stacked if you like the front half. And since he did good, like with Davidson and showed him this far, I think he can do good with Miami.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's a different ball game when it comes to the ACC and the Atlantic 10. Just because, the best teams in the Atlantic 10 were Loyola Chicago, who didn't make it, but they were decent. VCU. You also had George Mason. Yeah, who were very unlucky to not make it in, but they just didn't have the resume. As we are back with Nick Jackson inbounding it over to Donardo Williams. But yeah, it's going to be a different ball game when it comes to the ACC because you're going to have teams like North Carolina. Louisville will still be strong. A 3 by Keem Beam is not going to go. That's rebounded by Plate.
And you got FSU.
They'll still be strong. And Wake Forest is going to be good. Clemson is good too. It's a good conference. It is a very good conference. Jackson, 3. New Mexico can't hit a thing right now. Not a single shot, apart from one maybe.
So in your eyes, which conference has let you down so far, like in the tournament?
Ooh, that's a tough question. I have to look back and just see, but the first one that comes to mind is the Big Ten, to be honest. Because the Big Ten, you've had teams like Michigan State go out to Florida State, even though they were the lower seed. I still kind of expected Michigan State to win. I picked them to win.
And you got Purdue.
Purdue, obviously, with that upset. And just, to put it simply, we've also had teams like Rutgers just get ass pounded by Kansas. Who else? I mean, Iowa's done their job. Michigan has done their job. Northwestern's done their job. Northwestern looked very impressive. Good shot right there by Keem Beam, as it's only single-digit lead now for Davidson. What a start, by the way, for the Wildcats. But, yeah, so far the Big Ten has been the most disappointing. I guess maybe in a sense the Pac-12 too, just because I expected more out of Arizona. And they just got absolutely bottled by Tennessee. Keem Beam shot, and that goes. Okay, so the senior USC transfer getting hot for the Lobos. And that's a near turnover. Plate from 3. That doesn't go. Offensive rebound, and that's wadded away. And that's going to be a foul drawn on Plate. And that's Nick Jackson is going to be headed to the line. That's the one thing for New Mexico. If you're going to grab a stronghold of this game, you need to get Plate out. You need to get him into foul trouble and fast. Another missed free throw by Nick Jackson. The Lobos are just not converting from the free throw line as well as they'd want to, but that one goes. Here we go. It's Clinton Bohannon back running the offense. And turnover. He tried to feed that one through the mouth of the Lobos defense. No go. And a little fun fact about New Mexico, not fun for the Lobos fans, as Keem Beam misses a jumper right there. They're without their starting point guard. Hassan Washington tore his Achilles at the start of Mountain West play, and they've been relying on Blevins ever since. And that's rejected. Killen's way, not having his way there. And it'll be New Mexico ball as he tried to save it and stepped out of bounds in the process. I guess early thoughts so far on Davidson.
Davidson keeps on feeding the dude that had 6 points earlier when they had 6 or 6. I can't remember his name on top of my head, but if they keep on feeding him the ball and if New Mexico can't stop him, they're basically just gonna ride off of him.
That's Clint Bohannon that you're speaking of, and that was a turnover on the opposite end by New Mexico. A very rough start for the Lobos. The outright Mountain West champs. Plate gets the feed, and he will get it to go. Mitty Gavin outmatched by the Atlantic 10 Conference Player of the Year. By the way, he was absolutely insane at Tulane before he transferred to Davidson. A little bunny hopper goes for Mitty Gavin, the Michigan transfer. He wanted some more game time and wanted some more opportunities to show what he's made of. Transferred over to New Mexico and is now the starting power forward besides Keen Beam. And there we go, turnover forced finally by New Mexico. As Donardo Williams gets it, Blevins, he's rejected. Keen Beam to Blevins. He'll drive in, and how was that not blocked?
But the real question is, like, when you were talking about, I'm going back when you're talking about, like, the Davidson coach, he's leaving.
Yeah, so he's already...
Like, Teeter?
Yeah, Teeter.
So when he leaves, the real question is for the players is they going to stay with the new coach or, like, hit the transfer portal? That's the real question for those players to think about.
My intuition...
As they're playing their last couple games with Teeter.
I apologize for interrupting you there, but my intuition tells me that I think, if anything, they'll follow Coach Teeter to Miami. But we'll see.
I felt that.
They love they love their coach. They really do. He's an excellent basketball mind, especially considering that he just came onto the scene this past year.
It's pretty good for him to go from Davidson to Miami in a year.
It is definitely. I mean, look, Miami, they needed a jolt. They had a horrible season, not even getting close to 500. And this is a program that's proud of their athletics, so bringing in a coach like Teeter is going to be big help for the Hurricanes.
Because a coach can make or break a team, really.
Absolutely. Blevins is fouled right there on the shot by Bohannon. I'm not sure if that was a 2 or a 3. Let's see. That's a 3. So Blevins is going to go to the line for 3 shots. You do not want to commit those kinds of fouls. Not in the tournament. And like I said, Blevins is filling in for the injured Hassan Washington, who was so good in non-conference. So good. An absolute shame to see a player like that miss the rest of the season. And we hope that he comes back stronger and better than ever for season 13. There we go. Only 2 of the 3 free throws converted by Blevins, and should have there been a foul called on that? Good shot right there from, who is that? I believe that's McCarthy. I don't remember all of the players on these teams, unfortunately. Only the main guys.
I mean, to keep up with.
I don't know if I lost you there, partner, but
I said there's too many teams to keep up with.
Yeah, definitely. 68 teams. 68, and after this game, we're going to be down to 32 as the McKeetree Sinclair will get his pair. As would you look at that? With all that talking that we were doing, the Lobos closed down the gap, tied the game. But Sinclair will miss the second free throw. Early woes at the charity stripe for both teams. As Adrian Murray, oh, what a 3 right there by McCarthy.
Knocked that 3 right in their face.
And New Mexico takes their first lead of the game. Timeout, Wildcats.
That was a much needed lead for them.
Absolutely needed. And just when we thought Davidson had an amazing start and would just continue to roll on, This is college basketball. This is March Madness. Anybody can go cold and
Anything can
anybody can
happen.
go hot. Yeah, exactly. Anything can happen. Speaking about anything can happen, I want to talk about this. It didn't happen. All 1 seeds are through, but my goodness, Alabama was so close to getting knocked out.
Yeah, NKU was giving them a run for their money. It's like Bama could just knock down shots. They were just playing sloppy. They can't afford that if they want to make it past Ohio State.
No, for sure. And Ohio State, they don't play at a super high tempo, but they have the bodies to just go toe to toe and be physical. And if Alabama is going to get past them, they need to play much cleaner basketball. But we'll see. We'll see. Sometimes that first game is just a little bit more rough than others. 3-pointer missed by Sinclair.
It's definitely not gonna be a easy rest of the way for them because they will have either Iowa State or Tennessee waiting for them. Not Tennessee Colgate or Iowa State winners.
Oh, for sure. A fadeaway 3, that's a horrible shot. If I'm Teeter, I'm giving Sinclair an earful for that shot at the next break. And that's turnover. Killingsway with the ball now as Davidson plays this patient, methodical type of offense, but they can't seem to avoid turnovers. Sinclair. Who is this? I think that's Akins. Whoever he is, he missed a shot, and Teeter should leave him behind at Davidson. Should leave him. Denardo Williams, though, he's a quality player. He actually spent his last year at Iowa before transferring to UNM, as there's another turnover. And these teams just cannot play the cleanest basketball, can they? And another turnover. Goodness gracious.
I can just see it. Teeter walking into Miami locker room giving him a Deion Sanders speech.
Oh, my goodness. Denardo Williams. Body bags. Oh, my gosh. And a near turnover again. And all of a sudden, we have New Mexico taking slow control of this game. But if Davidson is to get back in it, they need to let this man cook. Clinton Bohannon. They need to let him do his thing at the point guard position. Oh, I was wrong. That was Reeves, by the way, not McCarthy. Number 20 is Reeves, by the way. Here we go. Bit of a methodical approach and a missed shot by Plate. And all of a sudden, it's Davidson that's cold. Here we go. Blevins to Denardo Williams. They're going to play it patiently.
How do you feel about high school? About to get kick started soon. It's gonna be There's gonna be a bunch of content coming out.
Oh, I'm so happy.
March Madness and high school.
I'm so happy to finally see that high school is picking up again. Just excited to see all the new faces. Just to see old faces rejoin as well. It's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, what an and one opportunity for Killingsway here. Fighting through that contact and scooping it in. Wow. This is another talented freshman that Teeter was somehow able to convince to come to Davidson. Had high interest from several Power 5 programs, Power 6 programs, excuse me. As this pressure, Blevins escapes. Although, wait. And that's a half-court violation. Yep, saw that coming. New Mexico and their full-court pressure. Or excuse me, Davidson and their full-court pressure. They get the ball back, and here we go. Let's see if they can tie this game up. Nearly turned it over again. Killen's way driving in. 3 by plate, and oh, it almost went in. So close. Blevins from 3. He nails it. A 6-point swing. Just like that. And Davidson need to feed that man. Plate and Bohannon. Although they have talent all across the court. But primarily those two have been their best players all season long. Sinclair. Oh, he'll get that little hook shot to go. Not used to seeing guards putting up those kind of shots. Last time we saw anyone do that sort of thing consistently, his name was Xavier Simpson. Gavin Murray feeds to DiNardo Williams. Bunny jumper goes. See, this is the thing about New Mexico. This is a strong team with very little quality on their resume. But with that said, the talent is there. And, oh, what a jumper right there. Again, I think that's Akins. But this Lobos team, very experienced as well. Keembeam, a senior. DiNardo Williams, a 6th-year senior. You just have all this experience all over the place. Oh, what a shot right there by Keembeam. He's got 10 points already. It's a good jumper right there from Bohannon. He's got 10 points of his own now. 5 of 7 shooting. 5 of 7 shooting. Now, while we watch more from here, Keembeam, oh my goodness. That's a flamethrower attached to his arm. Keembeam. Sinclair with the 3. He answers right back. And just like that, we're firing away from deep. This has gotten really interesting. Murray driving in. Contact, no foul. And Davidson comes back the other way with it. That's another 3 right there. Oh, badly missed, though. Now, Woj, tell me a little bit about your most favorite matchups coming up in the round of 32. And hold up. Hold on a second. We just have another and one opportunity. Keembeam is going off. He can have himself 16 points right here if he knocks down this free throw.
But I'm trying to find this thing about New Mexico real quick. Now I'll get back to your answer.
Go for it.
Question, my bad.
Go for it. This senior is special, although he misses the free throw. Baseball pass. Oh my goodness. I've never seen anything like that before. Whoa. That came out of nowhere. I'm stunned. Reeves from 3. Ah, that one almost went down. Shot clock is off. Davidson down by 4. Can they bring this one just a little bit closer? Shot is blocked. New Mexico can now extend their lead right before the half. DiNardo trying to drive. Feeds Blevins. Through the contact. No. Rebounded. Davidson has a little bit of time. They need to hurry up the court, though. Half-court heave. Whoa. Off the back iron, but no good. And it's now halftime. What a game so far. What a game.
New Mexico is trying to do what they couldn't do last year and make it out the round of 64 because then they got beat by Clemson.
They did. They did get beat by Clemson. That Clemson team, by the way, much better than how they performed against Ohio State.
You said who's my favorite matchup to watch for next round?
Yes, sir.
Let me go check who we got playing. Really, St. John's. I want to one of them is St. John's versus Texas Tech.
St. John's versus
'Cause I
Texas
wanna
Tech
see
is
how-
about to be a movie. I agree with you on that one.
I want to see how good the St. John's squad thinks they are. Because I'll give props to them for the 50-point win. But when they go against like a good Big 12 school, let's see how they do against them.
Not to mention
And
Texas.
if they win that game, I'll give St. John's his props and like just didn't know he's a good team, like a good team. Not saying he isn't a good team, but like a good team to get anybody a run for their money if they beat Texas A&M. No, Texas Tech. Can't talk.
Oh, you're good, man. I mean, I agree with you there because Texas Tech, they themselves had a very sizable win against Hofstra, mind you. It wasn't a team like Minnesota, but still impressive to beat a team by 30 in the tournament. I mean, St. John's just had everything go their way that game versus the Golden Gophers. We'll see. Sometimes it doesn't repeat the same way as Mitty Gavin knocks down a little bunny jumper from mid-range. I guess if I had to pick a favorite matchup for the round of 32, oh, that's a tough one. I mean, give me DePaul versus South Florida. That's going to be a fun one. Very fun.
I agree.
I mean, I think in terms of team quality, DePaul and USF will not be the same after this tournament as the 3 goes in and out for New Mexico. Although DePaul is very young, I still see Coulter trying to take a bigger job. We'll see, though. Oh, how did he feed that one through? Out of all of the passes that Davidson has made, that one goes through the defense? Wow. And that one, oh my goodness. Both teams are cooking. Both. Sinclair. Killingsway is doubled. He's got to pass this one out. He does. Bohannon, 3, nails it. Cuts the deficit right in half.
Like, in your opinion, is there any player that like everybody should keep an eye on in the next round? Have a breakout game.
Okay, this is a bit of a long shot, but Quizish, the center for UCLA, he did not have a good game at all versus Manhattan. And this is a guy who's first or second in the Wooden Award race, neck and neck with Northwestern center Laza. I'm trying to remember who they're playing as that layup goes, and all of a sudden it's a 1-point game.
Gotcha. I got you.
But Quizish, watch out for him. He's been amazing all season and has been prime reason. Wow, what a finish by Mitty Gavin through the contact. No foul called, too.
They're playing Florida State.
That's going to be a fun one. I think if UCLA is to beat Florida State, which is crazy to say because it's 2 versus 7, he's going to need to be to dominate that post battle versus Jalen Patterson, who himself is a very quality center. Jackson from 3, no. Rebounded by Blevin somehow, and he hit the rim. He hit the rim from the bottom. Oh my gosh. Plate, fade away. Oh, what a tip in. Wow. Go ahead, speak. Sorry.
So like I know that's a center position, right? Who in the guard position would you like see pop off? Because I know we have good guards still left.
Tons of good guards. I can just rattle them off one by one. I mean, you have players like, let's see here, Jamison Davis of Kentucky. He's an excellent guard. You have 2 guards from Iowa like Henry Washington and J.J. Woods who are just All-American caliber, but have not been getting their roses just because of the big man play. Just so many. Michigan too. Jay Nash and J.C. Avery. Two talented guards. I mean, K.J. Hill for Florida State. What a jumper by DeNardo Williams.
I think Jackson and West will keep on. Because he did good against Clemson, right?
Yup. Jackson West, freshman point guard for The Ohio State University. He had himself a ball game versus Clemson, and I think he'll be a difference maker against Alabama. That's another three-pointer right there. DeNardo Williams is having himself a day as well. The experience of New Mexico is showing.
If the conference didn't know about him before, they definitely know about him now. He's trying to make a name of himself in this tournament after that game.
Absolutely. Plate will get that one up and draw the foul on Keenbeam. That's his first, surprisingly. That's a good thing, though, for New Mexico. The fact that Keenbeam just picked up only his first foul of potentially 5. You want to keep him out of foul trouble.
Quick question, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, are the awards already decided before March Madness, or does this influence? Because I've wondered that, like, IRL.
So, in terms of the national awards, no, they're not decided yet.
Okay, but conference awards are?
Yeah, conference awards are. I'll need to eventually post those. I think I'll do it before either the start of round of 32 or the Sweet 16.
All right, because I was wondering that. Because this could, like, make or break for some players, like, run.
Yup, I definitely agree. That's a 3, no good, but Keenbeam is there to put it back. I mean, he's just everywhere. This guy is everywhere. And he might be the reason why New Mexico gets to see Duke in the round of 32. Oh, what a slam right there. Don't count out plate. Don't do it. This is turning out to be...
I'll be right back.
Go for it. This is turning out to be an amazing game. Mitty Gavin gets it to go, and the foul. The Michigan transfer. A 3-point play opportunity is now on the table for him. And he himself, in double figures now, Mitty Gavin, could get himself a double-double. What a player he is. And he's going to be very important for this Lobos team next season, considering Keenbeam and DeNardo Williams both are graduating. And here's Bohannon with it now. They set up a little 4 on the outside with Akron Croyle on the inside. Killingsway turns it over. Don't know what he was thinking there. Williams, Blevins, 3, no good. Rebounded by Croyle. Less than 10 minutes to go, and what an amazing game this has been. Bohannon, Sinclair. Not sure who that is, but he missed the jumper. Bohannon gets it back, and he misses it. And, of course, it's Keenbeam on the rebound. Jackson eyeing up Blevins to Williams. Back to Keenbeam. Feeds Gavin, and what a slam. Towering over these Davidson Wildcats. I think you got to call a timeout soon just to get plate back in. But he needs his rest. Bohannon, and they called a charge on Clinton Bohannon. I don't know about that one. I do not agree with that call right there. But as you can see...
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back. You just missed a very questionable charge call on Clinton Bohannon. I do not agree with it. So I was just voicing my displeasure at it. As Adrian Murray gets the inbound, and New Mexico just looks to continue to build on this lead. Oh, wide open 3. Nothing but net. New Mexico.
We got breaking news from the from Legends Football.
Oh, well, the breaking news will probably be coming a day or two late, considering this is being recorded a day or two ahead of time. But what is it?
Yeah, true. When Mayo just got hired for North Carolina.
Mayo from North Carolina or to North Carolina?
No, my bad. Clemson has hired him. I read it wrong. My bad.
Laza,
No,
they didn't get that job.
I
Oh
know he's
shoot,
punching air.
he is punching big air, man. Adrian Murray jumper.
But yeah, I just realized it's late to them, but it's live for us right now.
Yeah,
That's the
exactly.
funny thing.
Exactly. Yeah,
They hired him for on a 2-year.
Whoa, what a slam right there by Sinclair. Wow, Mayo to Clemson. That's a big move. Horribly missed jumper, and Denardo Williams just catches another body. This guy is going crazy.
It's time to see what Hosa ends up at.
Former Michigan State coach Avery is going to A&M. Whoa. Good little hook shot there, though. I'm not sure who did that. I think that was... Is it the Croyle or plate? One of the two. Foul. No and one. But Steve Reeves is headed to the free throw line. What a talented player he is, by the way. So much depth on this New Mexico team. So much strong
hires are happening left and right.
Yeah. They're all starting to pour in now.
SZN just got him a coach.
Yeah, Avery.
$25 million. Third highest paid coach.
It's a big money move right there. A&M's got the cash, though.
He's going to have big shoes to fill.
Well, to be honest, A&M has not been relevant for a little bit. As we're going to have a turnover here.
I'm talking about him overall. Because he's going to have not really big shoes to fill. He's going to have a spotlight on him.
Oh, for sure. And Blevins just caught a body. New Mexico is up by 12 now. What a performance this has been by the Lobos. Plate.
It's crazy to think they were just down. I know it was a long ago, but they were down at one point. That's the bad part. We thought Davidson was going to run away with it.
And then New Mexico just turned it up. Foul and one.
You said you get hot and you get cold fast, like a snap of a finger.
Yep. But once New Mexico got hot, I don't think they've turned their off switch hasn't been activated yet. They're chugging along, and look at this guy. 21 points for Keenbeam. What a performance. Make that 22 with 7 rebounds. Definite player of the game so far. Although Bohannon is going to try and get his Wildcats back in it with a layup. But Keenbeam with the shot. Oh, so close. I think the roof would have exploded off of this building if he made that one, just because of how amazing he's been tonight. Sinclair and these young Wildcats need to turn it up. Plate misses a shot. This has been an unusually poor game from the Atlantic 10 Conference Player of the Year, as Davidson just continues to try and find a way back into this game. They're down by 11 right now. A little bit over 5 minutes, so anything can happen, bud. Although, see, if you're going to be missing shots like that, plate, you're not helping your team much. And they need the help, although that turnover might help a little bit. Sinclair with it now. Remember, the winner of this one takes on 1 seed Duke in the round of 32. And so
That's
far,
gonna be a fun match.
Wait a minute. Did you just wait. Killingsway just attempted a 360, and that was called a goaltend. Oh my goodness. I've never seen anything like that before.
Oh, no way I missed that. I looked away for one small second.
Oh my. Nah. Keen Beam 3. Oh my goodness. Give the man his flowers. Give him his flowers. That's another turnover. Davidson's just throwing this game away. Griffin Hall with it now. Another talented freshman for this Lobos team. And Gary Daniels going to be called for the reach-in. With time dwindling down, it's starting to look like that it's going to be New Mexico that'll be attempting the upset.
I wouldn't want to jinx it, so knock on some wood.
I do not have wood around me, so we'll see what happens.
I did it for you. Because anything can happen.
True. Although Mitty Gavin, oof, that shot bounced around a little bit, but no good. But wow. You're going to want to see that 360 dunk. That was nuts. He didn't convert it. It was called a goal. It was a goaltend. But that was unreal. That's the first time I've seen a 360 dunk be attempted in a college game. Especially March Madness. And Keen Beam is just, oh my goodness. I can't praise this man more than I have already. He continues to just go crazy. That layup somehow goes. Mitty Gavin, all 7'2" of him could not block that somehow. Don't know how. But yeah, time is dwindling down, and yeah, New Mexico is just looking very comfortable. Jackson, that was a long two that goes. Just what a performance by the Lobos. What a performance. Sinclair, and oh my goodness. That's another backcourt violation on Watkins.
Besides, yeah, who's the tallest center like in the East region?
In the East region, so this is Alabama, Tennessee, Ohio State. Okay, so it's a tie between Trippy Finn of Ohio State and Yao Amigo of Tennessee. They're both 7'6".
You said Ohio State?
Yep.
Ooh, I would love to see that, honestly.
That would be an interesting Sweet 16 matchup. Yeah, true battle of the Giants. Clinton Bohannon, jumper, good. But it's starting to look like it's too late.
Let's just hope both of those teams make it that far.
Oh, for sure. I think Alabama's going to play a much better game in the round of 32, but we'll see. Reeves, jumper, pure. It's just running away from Davidson now. This young Wildcats team was amazing to see the season that they had. But they're not even going to get a win out of this tournament. Still a fantastic first season for Teeter, though, and I'm excited for what he can do at Miami. Very excited, because he's already landed a couple blue chippers to go along with whoever follows him over from Davidson. I'm sure they're going to be players that do. Mitty Gavin 3, no way. I was going to say, if he somehow made that. 3, and that one rattles out. It's just been a tale of two different teams in this game. Williams, Blevins from 3, and he's fouled on the 3. I mean, this is, at this point, it's starting to look embarrassing.
It's sad to think this is Tita's last game for Davidson.
It definitely is. It definitely is looking like it. 1:24 left, and you have 3 free throws coming up for Ferdinand Blevins, who's 3 for 12 from the
Let's
field.
go. Another coach just got hired.
Another coach. We'll check the feed while I'm Blevins just continues to knock down these free throws. I just saw the news. I
I
just saw.
heard it in your voice.
I just saw the news. I just saw the news. I just saw the news. I'm not going to mention anything about it right now until we end this broadcast here, as New Mexico is a minute away. Oh, what an alley-oop!
Yeah,
They
we'll talk.
are
We'll talk
feeling
about
it.
it. We'll talk about it in a second. We'll talk about it in a bit.
They are feeling it. And another turnover. This has just been a horrendous finish for Davidson. Another 3, and this is it's looking ugly. This score does not reflect how this game has been. It just does not. Timeout, Davidson. Unbelievable.
I just wish Tito would have had could have had a better game to end off his Davidson career.
Well, with that being said, a lot of people are going to now ask, did New Mexico get underseeded? And to be honest with you,
I think so.
And to be honest with you, it's looking like it. It's looking like it. This is a very strong performance by the Lobos. And Coach Pitt is finally going to have his first tournament win of his career. Now, I say finally as like, oh, he's been coaching forever. This is only his second season, but he had a very strong season with New Mexico last year as well. And it ended on a
He
sour
also
note versus
has
Clemson.
2 conference titles. Isn't he back? He's back-to-back conference titles in his 2 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, he's handled the Mountain West with absolute ease. Absolute ease. And to simply put it, it's going to take another special coach to take him down in the Mountain West. With that being said, there is one at San Diego State. Coach CJ, I think he's building something special there with the Aztecs. And as time winds down, another foul on Davidson. It's plate, and Griffin Hall is headed to the free throw line. The true freshman will get some points out of his first March Madness appearance.
They play Oklahoma. Or played Oklahoma.
Who played Oklahoma?
San Diego State, didn't they?
They did. They did. But here we go. Shot clock is off. Davidson's going to have one more shot, I'm sure. Passing it around. 3 ball. Again, it's just the story of this game. Davidson has just not been able to make their 3-pointers. And it's going to be New Mexico with a statement win over Davidson.
No, in the world.
And they will be seeing Duke in the round of 32.
Showing the Mountain West shouldn't be messed with.
An unbelievable performance by New Mexico, especially towards the end. Give your flowers to Keem Beam. What a night for him.
27 points, 9 rebounds.
And that's going to be an amazing matchup right there. Duke versus New Mexico. And then the winner of that one will see either Oklahoma or Northwestern in the Sweet 16. But what a game right there for New Mexico. Partner, thank you for joining me for this game.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. And we will all see you soon for the round of 32. Good night.